Hello everyone, Romaniac here. We're gonna try to do today, we're gonna try to do Elite Meet and Crete. And basically I'm gonna go with Celeste and I'm gonna go with Champions. We're with a co-op mission. Basically the goal of Elite Meet and Crete is to protect the Wonder at the very end. Places that waves can arrive from. And you just basically need to make units to protect against those. And so the cells, the reason I'm going for houses first is because cells need 3 houses to upgrade to the next age. So in a few seconds, actually I might actually be able to get it out now. Yep, perfect. I can already build a age 2. And basically these, what I'm doing right now is kind of a little thing to distract the enemy, because they will be distracted by sometimes by the first walls that they see. And so what you want to do is you want to make a few basic walls at the beginning. The enemy gets distracted by those, and then you can start making towers then afterwards. Basically, yeah, you gotta start making some towers first, because without the towers you're pretty unlikely to be able to win anything. So you start off with the first 3 waves or so making towers. That's why I went on to the mining, and then you gotta make a market. You gotta make a market, and preferably a second town center to help with population creation. And what you're gonna do with the market is pretty much just send the people directly at the bottom to send the caravans at the bottom to trade with the town center of your ally. So as you can see here right now, we have Rosbonaru as our player 1 and myself as player 2. And once we get these up and running, get our economy up and running, we're gonna then start making some units. So again, always make sure that you have a stable economy before you start making a lot of anything. So make units, but also make economy, because without an economy you can't keep a stable unit production in place. And I'm gonna do the same as Razbonaru did the second there, so that we can get some walls up and running. It would be nice to get this coinage up so that we can reduce the cost required when trading. Again, that's pretty much most of the ways that you are gonna make money in this round from trading. And I grabbed that just so that I grabbed the chisel so that I don't waste as much stone. So as you see here, the enemy is distracted randomly by some walls. So thanks 5 or 6 units actually, and 1 elite is distracted as well, which is perfect. And then there's more elites that are distracted, which is fantastic, which is exactly what we want. Nobody to attack us and everybody to attack just some random placed walls. And pretty much just keep building some defenses here. Yep, minor confusion here between the guys. And as you can see, the enemy hasn't even came to my base yet, which is absolutely come to the main walls yet, which is absolutely fantastic. So the main walls are still at over 16,000 health, which is exactly what you want. And I have not. I thought I took the other advisor HU, which is the want to give me free sheep, but no, I did not. I took punches, punches. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. I don't want to be rude about it. So basically, that guy pretty much just allows you to get a lot of damage out of towers, and which is great because we're actually gonna make quite a lot of towers. And that's the main way to do elite myth in Crete. And actually, this strategy works perfectly for solo as well. So as you can see, you could make towers as well. You don't have to make all. That should be enough towers, to be fair. For the main base, you don't really need to make too many more. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna just start advancing now to the next age. I think we're at the right house limit, yeah. So this is the last house that I need before I can age up. And afterwards I am going to age up, and then I'm going to start making some units because the fourth wave comes with priests. So that's going to be a bit more difficult when we want to be careful with that. And the priests, and also some priests and siege. So you gotta kill the siege quickly, otherwise that will, because siege has a really strong defense versus arrows, pierce. And if you do not, then of course you pretty much guaranteed your loss. You gotta make sure those towers do not go down. Uh, Definitely make sure that the towers do not go down. That is the worst thing you could ever have at the beginning. Otherwise, you can just basically restart the game. And now we have run out of berries, so let's just make some farms all over the place, wherever we can, preferably close by to something. And I'm gonna send these guys to do some. And I'm gonna actually try to age up already, if I can. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna try to age up first. Oh, actually I don't need this. I need just gold. And oh, I cannot age up yet. I need many more houses. Ooh, yep. Let's try to get those houses built quickly. Go, 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 houses. So, as you can see, we're trying to get the house limits. We gotta get them to 20 houses, as far as I remember. And the reason I built the woads is because they are actually perfect against both priests and siege units. So we're gonna go and we're gonna try to destroy these now. And as you can see, obviously see the woads are destroying all of these units. And we're gonna trick the priests and force them down, because that way they will get targeted by the towers perfectly. And now we can upgrade. Perfect. And we want to be able to kill them without basically having any kind of issues. And as you can see now, we have a stable enough economy. Once you hit at least 75 people, it should be stable enough. Sometimes you might want 90, depends on the game, but depends on the round, to be fair. And that is it. So now we gotta get some upgrades into us, and we gotta get some yep. So let's start making some armories now, and once we get the armories in, we're gonna make a lot of champions as well. So again, as I said, as you read here, these are great versus siege, versus ranged, versus pierce, and due to the abilities that I have, they're actually very good versus building as well. So that is good to know. And then And we're gonna make a last farm somewhere here. Let's see. 26 farmers should be more than enough. And now we can go here and we can make all of these upgrades. Okay, and you guys go do some of this, and you can press Control Y, which is the button for armory, to quickly go to a building. So if you want to go from building to building fast, you can actually press the building button. So let's say, for example, B is to press a barracks. If you go press Control B, it brings you to it. If you could press Control C, which is town center, it brings you to it. Personally, I just prefer to put one on town center, for example, but pretty much anything works, to be fair. You know, any number between 0 and any number between 0 and 9 works to map your unit. And you can remap those if you'd like, if you mix it better. It's just normally the default comes with 0 to 9, which on a keyboard actually is 1 to 0 if you actually look at it. But it's and we're gonna make a fortress here and a couple of towers here, because the guys actually come from this side as well, which is gonna mean we get some easy attacks into the enemy because they come right here, so that's perfect. Don't clear too much until you have your units up already. And then we can basically just spam our champions. Upgrade them as much as you can first. This is going, this is stopped. Control Y, Control Y, Control Y. You want to get all of those upgrades up, and then you want to get the towers up, and then some more, researching some more storage house upgrades and all of the upgrades. Basically try to get everything in as perfect as possible. And if you're wondering, by the way, how do you manage to get the 150 coin? If you actually press market and you press Control and you press Shift Z, it shows up at the bottom a number. You see a number at the bottom, which then this number represents exactly how much gold you shall get once you build a market there. So I actually could have got a little bit more efficient just a little bit further down. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make this upgrade. You can actually clear this now, to be fair. And that will actually stop some of my caravans. To be fair, anything that's going down will have stopped, but that's not a problem. We can remake it gather gold right now. And then this should mean I will always get 150 and actually travel a bit less. And as you can see, we get free reign of attacks on our enemy, and we don't actually have to do anything about it, which is fantastic. But we're gonna clear up the forest now, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start pushing in and bring some guys here. And the reason you bring the guys here is because you need to have the upgrade. You need to have the all the places covered. So I'm assuming Resbonaro will probably cover here and I'll cover there or something. We'll see. I'm probably going to cover top half. So this half, which is here, and he's probably going to cover here and here. We'll have to have a look, see what happens at the end. But worst case scenario, if he doesn't, then I'll cover both sides anyway. So then what you want to do as well is you want to be able to come here, and you want to make some towers all over the place here, just a few bits and bobs, and then you want to kill the enemy as it spawns, because the faster you kill him, the quicker the battle ends, to be fair. Okay, and that's a bit of a problem. Okay, so we're gonna assist in this battle here, okay? It seems that there's not enough, and we're gonna make the last upgrades as well. Okay, not sure why those immortals died, because they're actually really powerful immortals. Wow, he even has Sesostris. Very, very few people have that. Personally, I prefer Tiberius on it, but Sesostris was the one before Tiberius. So, yep, it's all good. All good. Good now. And we're gonna make actually a couple of healers as well, because the whole point of this map is sustain as well. So we have all our enemies here, and the best part about the champions, why I chose the champions above other units, is they have splash. And as you can see, all of the units kind of come together, and they come clustered. And this means that once you do splash, you actually splash on all of the units there. So as you can see, they made easy work of all of these units, and something's wrong here. I don't know what's going on here. I've never actually lost this much of a base before. This is too much of a base to lose already. And let's just make quick work of these units here. What's going on here? This is not good. Now, we're gonna destroy these now. Fine. Okay. And let's just make a couple of towers over on this side to kill these enemies, and that's usually where they hit the hardest. This is usually the area they hit the hardest. So I'm gonna stick here. That's Romanian for I'm gonna take care of this side. Boom. That's it, done. And we're gonna make some priests here, and then it should be fine. I think I could probably cover with these champions. You can basically cover every single place. To be fair, you don't really need to worry about anything. He has good items, but I don't know what's going on. To be fair. And we're gonna leave these units here. We're gonna put a few here, a few more here. We have towers up here, so that's good. We're gonna make a few more towers just to basically kill the enemy on sight. And this is basically the game. That's it. That's all you need to do in Elite Meet and Crete. You gotta just not die. And the way you don't die is by making enough units, pretty much, right? You gotta cap your population, and as you can see, I am doing that. Okay, I'm gonna assume he's gonna stay down there, so I'm just gonna let a few units here and priests to heal here, and then I'm gonna just pull all these lads over here. Super, and these guys are just gonna keep spamming towers. Basically that's it, and the waves are gonna get gradually harder as you get on, and then eventually pretty much impossible to just wing it. You're gonna have to be good and good stats, which is why it's gonna be difficult to do it solo. You really need to have good items if you're gonna do it solo, and well built units and all the upgrades, and be able to be fast. Otherwise it'll be a challenge. It'll be a real challenge to do it solo. And unfortunately, once we lost our gate, we can't build another one because you cannot build on this white terrain. And what we want to do is we don't want to lose our priests, so we're gonna put another guy here to heal the priests. The priests can heal each other. Okay, and one more tower, a few more towers, bits and bobs, just, yeah, towers everywhere. Towers, just towers, 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 towers. That's it. And basically that is it, pretty much. Yeah, if you can manage to do all of this, you have it. And I don't need as many villagers, so I'm gonna kill some of them and build more warriors. So that's it. And that's basically what it's gonna end up with. You're gonna have close to no villagers. Once you're close to the end, you're gonna have close to no villagers. Oh, that should be enough actually at the bottom. That should be enough at the top. I think it's gonna leave the rest here. So how many is here? Yeah, 15 should be probably even 13 should be fine. There should be what 13, 10 here, but there's towers all over the place. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This every. To be honest, it's not the end of the world. Whatever it is, but here is more always gonna be difficult. Here it will always be very difficult. So you gotta have good items and good units, strong units to be able to kill them. 10 and 2 priests, 14 and 2 priests. I'm gonna take 4 from here. I'm gonna put them up here. Super, super duper. And I'm gonna kill 2 more villagers and a few more villagers. 20,000 food is already sufficient. Sufficient for the whole map. I probably won't need any more food. What we're gonna do is we're gonna leave 3 or there's 8 apparently. We're gonna leave 3 on it, and the rest will just be our champions. And yeah, he has no healers, so I'm gonna give him some healers over here. Not only do they heal, but they also boost friendly units damage while healing them. So it's fantastic. As you can see, without being healed, it's 145.7. With being healed, it's 174.8. Significant damage boost. Significant damage boost. It's just unfathomable. Unfathomable. It's just, yeah. You gotta do it. Like you just gotta do it. And immortals are fantastic because they're really powerful, really strong units. So basically, any unit is great, except maybe some catapults or something. Those are gonna be difficult to play with in this ones. Unless you have some range, you need to have units that keep the units there. A few infantry or cavalry or something here that are sufficiently strong, and then you can probably have some race siege that attacks or kills. Okay, so he's doing it now. Fine. I see, there you go. And now he has sent his army. So pretty much I think that's it. It's GG. We should be able to go to sleep now and do nothing because there is no worries anymore. And I'm also gonna do the following. I'm gonna put all of these priests on defensive mode. I do not want priests to go attacking. The goal of the priests are to heal, not to attack. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that and make a few fortresses here and there. And basically that's it. GG now. Sometimes I like to have a bit of fun as well, and I like to make a wonder. Just to have it presented here, and then sometimes I like to make all of the upgrades on everything as well. So let's just do that as well. Might as well use up some of the gold and some of the resources just for a bit of fun. And yeah, I'm gonna take these off too. and put them over here. No more upgrades to do anywhere except this archery, this arrows, and that's pretty much it. Yep, we can call it now. This is where we win. What we want to do to make it even easier on you sometimes is to make the opening in the middle, because they usually go into a big area. So this way it makes it so that the enemy is surrounded, and the enemy should kind of pop out here. But yeah, that's basically it. I might even skip ahead and cut the rest of it. I don't think I'm gonna need to have the rest of it showing, because it will just be basically the same thing. I might delete some of the villagers at some point, and the reason I'm just farming here is just because whatever. There's nothing else that I can do at the moment to be fair, so might as well get all the upgrades done, get all the research done, and just keep an eye on the population count. As you can see, if you make the opening, you can pretty much surround them all and decimate the enemy in a few seconds. And that's it. GG. Nothing else we need to do. So that's it, yeah. It's just gonna get harder and harder waves, and yep. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you all. And the rewards are very good, and they can be very, very, very good. And it could be worth millions if you get a good item, a good legendary, or a special advisor, because that's why a lot of people do these quests, because the special units. Thank you all. Bye bye.